What's up everyone, Eli here, back for another video. I'm going to pick up where I left off on the last one, and I'm going to go back to my CD collection, basically finishing my Darkthrone collection, at least CD-wise. I have some of their vinyl, not a lot, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to wrap that up. Things, you know, we all love Darkthrone. We're listening to Insatanity, Unholiness Rising demo. You might have heard Pat from Ground Zero Salem talk about them. I haven't ordered this yet, but it is pretty fucking awesome, and I really want to get some of their stuff. And yeah, check it out if you like what you hear, if you can hear it well enough. Anyways, let's get this going. 10 CDs as always, and a lot of my shit, all my CDs are in alphabetical order as far as bands, but for some reason I got lazy and I didn't usually. Most of the bands I haven't, like, you know, organize their discography, you know, by release, but so this is all jumbled up, but it's going to be 9 Darkthrone CDs and then 1 non-Darkthrone. So here we go. All right, we have another reissue. I think I bought these all the same year, 2001 Peaceville re-release of Blaze in the Northern Sky. It's got the slipcase there. Goddamn glare, mother of all fuck. But yeah, what to say about this album, man? It's, you know, their second full length. It's classic as hell. This one kind of is Darkthrone still shaking off their, you know, their death metal, you know, their death metal style. This is very much a black metal album, but I mean, there's still some death metal type riffs in there, but works really well. I mean, I don't know what to say about all these albums, because I mean, I know everyone knows Darkthrone, everyone loves them. I don't want to just, you know, regurgitate shit you've already heard, but this is arguably their best album. I would say, I mean, if I were to guess, I would say 90% of Darkthrone fans, or at least 75%, probably would choose this one as their favorite. I don't know. I always have a hard time picking a favorite, but that album is damn good. And probably their best, but man, that's opinion, of course, and that's really hard to say. Now we have another one of the re-releases that I bought. When was this? In 2012. This is another re-release. This is when they, Peaceville added on the bonus CD with commentary from Nocturno and Fenris. And they're really cool. They're a really good time. I feel like they're worth buying even if you already have them, just for the commentary. So yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong. They're a blast to listen to. So we have Hate Them, which is, I have always considered this kind of a underrated Darkthrone album. It's liked by some, but it's, you know, it's kind of disliked a little more than it should be. I think this album is great. It's kind of a different beast. It's still in their black metal, you know, they're still in their black metal phase. Not the black metal that you know from the first 3 albums, or even 4. This is a little bit more, you know, they added, you know, some different elements, some black and roll type stuff, some, I don't know, it's kind of a mixed bag, but I think it's great. It's hateful, it's heavy, you know, it's very aggressive. I love this album. Next we have Ravishing Grimness. I don't have the slipcase anymore. I'm pretty sure it came with one. This is a 2011 re-release, and I think this has a commentary CD as well. Yes, it does. All right, commentary as well. It's got this is not the original cover, but that's what you get. I am not super familiar with this album, to be honest. I really can't talk that much about it. I do like it for what it is, but I mean, I have not spent, to be honest, I mean, I only really bought this album like 2 years ago, so I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time with it. I think I've listened once. I remember liking it, but it definitely needs, I gotta spend more time with it. Not a whole lot I can say about it. It's another album that's kind of in their mid period, I like to call it. It's still, you know, it's still very much a black metal album, but it's, you know, it's not super well liked by a lot of Darkthrone fans. Now this is the album right here. This is the one that I consider to be basically the tail end of their black metal days. I consider this to be kind of, in ways, their last black metal album. And it's not and saying that, this is not a straightforward black metal album either. This is when they're started to, they're starting to introduce rock and roll elements, traditional metal elements, punk elements. So that would be The Cult is Alive. And I really it's so dirty, look at that shit. I really fucking like this album. I like it a lot, but I'll admit, when it first came out, I did not like it. I rejected this instantly. I hated it. Came out in 2006, I think. I hated it, but going back now, I really fucking love it. It's an enjoyable album. Next, we have FOAD. This is certainly in their, kind of punk type era. Would you say? There's some heavy metal, traditional metal elements in there as well, but there's quite a load of punk, but it's still raw, and I really like this album actually, and I like this era of Darkthrone. I don't have it, but Darkthrones and Black Flags, which is the album that came out right before this, I consider these kind of similar albums, but both really good and really cool cover art as well. Except for the big crack on the case. But yeah, I love this album. Check out Perverter of the Seven Gates. I think that's a really cool song. But there's some other good jams on there as well. And this is kind of continuing that path. Maybe a little bit more with the traditional metal and even rock and roll elements. Circle the Wagons came in this cool, kind of thick. It's a slipcase, but it's like really thick cardboard. So you take that shit off. You got some really fucking cool cover art right there. Some more on the back. Really cool release as far as the packaging and the layout and everything. And the music's great as well. I really like this album. I think this might be my favorite of this era of Darkthrone. I think it's a strong album. It's been a long time since I've heard it, but it's really good. I Am the Graves of the 80s. Circle the Wagons is a cool song. I Am the Working Class. I mean, I really enjoy this. Like I said, I haven't heard it in a long time, but when this came out, I listened to it a lot. Now, this is the... I was going to say the most recent album from them, but it's not. This is the one before the last one. And this one, there was quite a buzz around this one. It was really well received, I feel like, by most people. In a lot of ways, I think it's kind of overrated. I feel like a lot of people's reviews from the year this came out were just worshiping it, giving it a little bit more praise than I think it really deserves. And that's the Underground Resistance. Really fucking cool cover art. I love the cover. That's one of their best covers, I think. But they've always had really good cover art. Here's the back. This one I think is a little bit more toned down on the punk elements, and this is the heavy metal and the speed metal elements are turned way up, which is good. Not a bad thing. It's really cool. There's some good riffs, like on the first song, Dead Early. Some killer riffs on that song. And as you guys all might remember, Leave No Cross Unturned, which was the first, if I remember correctly, was the first song they put out from this album. And that, with good reason, that one got a lot of people really excited for this album. It's a pretty good song. It's 13 minutes, and it's got a lot of cool elements in it. But, I don't know. It's a good album. I do like it, but I feel like it's pretty well overrated. Next, we have their most recent full length, which I don't fucking remember anyone even ever talking about it. I heard literally zero talk about this album. It came out in 2016, entitled Arctic Thunder. One day I'll figure out the way to fucking record videos without glare. Anyways, there's the back. It's a good album. To be honest, I probably listened 3 or 4 times, and I just didn't absorb this album very well. I mean, a lot of it just kind of went in one ear and out the other. It definitely has some cool elements. There's a lot of people said, oh, this is their return to black metal. It's not. That's a fucking retarded thing to say. It is a return to Nocturno's kind of more, his more raspy vocals. Still not a return to his vocals of like the early days, but they're, you know, they've gone back to being more aggressive. But that's really about it. There are almost no other black metal elements on this album. It's got, you know, still not as much punk. You know, they're kind of, you know, more speed metal, more traditional metal, and even some epic doom type elements are on this. It's well written, it's well played. It's not super memorable, but perhaps I need to, you know, listen to it a few more times. I do like it. It's not amazing, and I don't think it was super well received because, like I said, I heard literally no one talk about it. This is the most recent Darkthrone release I picked up, and I think it's the most recent thing they have released, 2017. This is The Wind of 666 Black Hearts. It's a compilation. It's got like rehearsal stuff from 91 and 92, back when Zephyrus was in the band. And in 91, it's not only Zephyrus, this is when they were a four-piece. It's got Dag Nilsson on it as well. So it's, you know, they're jamming stuff from Blaze in the Northern Sky, and I haven't listened to this yet, I should probably state. I just bought it because fucking it's Darkthrone. It's got a pretty good booklet with lots of cool pictures and, you know, a great written piece from Fenris. So I'll have to listen to it. And next, this was just on my shelf. I grabbed it. I know I showed this in a recent collection update. I haven't listened to it yet, but it is Darvulia Belladona EP. As you can see, I have number 211 out of 499. Darvulia are a fucking excellent French black metal band. I know they're pretty well liked. They're very, you know, very underground and very one of the better black metal bands just in general, I think. If you like French black metal and you have not heard them, go listen to them today and let me know what you think. Or just let me know how you feel about that band in general, because I used to hear a lot of people talk about them, not so much lately. Maybe it's because they haven't put out, I don't know, actually, to be honest. I don't know what they've put out recently. I haven't really been following them as of late. I don't think they've been super active, but let me know if I'm wrong about that as well. Darvulia are so good. So let's talk about Darvulia. Let's talk about Darkthrone. I know we've all talked about Darkthrone a million times, so let's talk about those I don't want to say lesser known, but the lesser albums that they've done. I'm retarded. That's not really what I'm trying to say. You know, they're albums that aren't like the first 3 or 4 or even 5. Let's talk about those. The ones that, you know, we haven't already talked about millions and millions of times over the years. I just went on a long-ass walk outside with Louie. It's really hot. I'm probably kind of dehydrated and even more retarded than normal. But anyways, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.